is looking at him like a piece of meat right now, currently trying to do everything. Janna does get the slow off on him and gets the shield off on Vayne for the protection.
And meanwhile, Diana's chasing down what's left of Lionsgate, and they're gonna get this mid tower for free. Diana and Cho'Gath picked off 3 members of Lionsgate, and it was a risky move, but Lionsgate wasn't ready for that, and Lionsgate actually, and they're pinging it out right now. They're basically talking about that team fight, middle of the game. If you saw the pings go out, 2 members or 3 members of Lionsgate ran into that top tri-bush, while the others split off in the other direction. And Team Yeti Bot was able to converge a lot faster than Lionsgate, and that's what won them the team fight pretty handedly. I think they gave up Cho'Gath for 4 of them, as well as a mid tower. So the gold lead is going back to Team Yeti Bot. And another thing you gotta think about is when you team fight like that, and you mess up a team fight that badly, is you tend to beat yourself up for the rest of the game. And you start getting upset at each other. And that's one of the big falls of teams, is not their gameplay, but when they make a mistake, it sits on them for a while. And Sejuani getting ruptured by Cho'Gath. Once again, the Cho'Gath ruptures, they're not there to catch people when he's by himself. They're there to tell you that you're never safe. I know I don't end these ruptures. And this is the same Cho'Gath that in game 2, I believe it was, or game 3, he landed the rupture on 4 members of Lionsgate, caught next to a wall, and that was the game. That was the game-winning team fight. That set everything else in motion. So Bizron on Cho'Gath is a terror.
Cho'Gath is a terror in general.
Alright, you got me.
It does look like we are gonna have something going for mid inhibitor tower pretty soon. However, they are backing off, just to be safe.
Both teams seem to be afraid of confrontation right now. Rumble ult does go down. Sejuani ult lands.
Sejuani ult is coming in. Janna goes down before she can do anything. Sonya's coming off on Diana.
And Vayne wasting a lot of
This
time.
fight is completely in favor. Oh my god,
And that Vayne's gonna kite them back. You can't pull it out. Riven goes back in.
Riven's still picking up a kill, but still dying nonetheless. MF picking up a triple kill.
Yeah, I mean that fight was, and we just had a bad fight from Lionsgate, and this was a bad fight on Team Yeti Bot. Vayne wasted a lot of time trying to kill that Lissandra. She had ulted herself, and she was invulnerable, and Rumble was right beside her. It wasn't that far out of the way to go in and try to stop her and try to kill that Rumble as quickly as possible. So there was that. The gold lead is now only 3,000 in favor of Team Yeti Bot, and it's looking like Lionsgate's gonna get ready to they're gonna go back and try to rotate and get Baron warded up, because it's about that time in that game.
I'm surprised we actually haven't seen the Baron pit fight going out so far, or at least the contest for it. River has been warded, but not for Baron yet.
Yeah, Team Yeti Bot has a very strong early Baron team comp. They have Vayne with a blade, and they have a Cho'Gath. So,
and the wards are out.
If Yeti Bot can secure, if Cho'Gath can stay alive, there is absolutely no way that Sejuani should be able to outsmite Cho'Gath. He has 1,000 damage true damage, or is it more than that on minions? Do you know?
I don't actually know smite mechanics that well, only because I've jungled once in my lifetime.
Well, Feast does 1,000 true damage to minions, whereas Smite right now is going to do 790 for Cho'Gath. And I can't find Sejuani. And her Smite currently does 820. So he does have Smite Feast, which at right around 2,000 health, they can just burst down and the Cho'Gath can nom it, and they can't really smite it. There's no way around that. So Team Yeti Bot does have a good Baron team, and they have that warded all over the place. Looks like they might try to fight for that Baron. You have Riven bot lane trying to push that out. It looks like they're going to try to rotate for a dragon. They'll know if they're going for Baron. And it looks like they're rotating over there now. No pings are going out.
No pings are going out, but they do have sight of Baron, and they do see that the enemy is at Baron currently, putting down the pink ward to clear out and just making sure everything's in their favor.
They still have enough vision. Let's see here. I've got F1 clicked right now, so I see blue side's vision only. They still have ample vision of Lionsgate, and if they feel like they need to rotate, this is a bad situation for Lionsgate. They don't. Fighting in jungles against Vayne and Cho'Gath is a bad idea. And as Zonya's early, Diana did pop Zonya's just now, and she will not have it for the next team fight. Every time I see that, I just refer to the, I don't know if you've seen the 24 karat gold TF video.
No, I haven't.
I'll have to find it for you, but it's humorous to anybody who has seen it. You know what I'm talking about. We do have Vayne 4-1, and Riven is 8-3. Riven and Vayne are terrors right now. And if they can get to that back line, if Riven gets to MF, that team fight's over. And Vayne is doing an excellent job of staying out of the floor candy that Rumble and Lissandra are putting down.
Is going to be taking the blue buff from Yeti Bot's side, and Yeti Bot is just going to push mid. We might see a fight break out right about here. Good spike picking up Sejuani. Cho'Gath using his silence, and Cho'Gath uses his feast on Lissandra. The monster comes out, MF ult picking up a double kill. Cho'Gath landing another knock-up.
And Rumble is nowhere near that fight. They can turn that around.
Vayne coming in very, very strong, missing the tumble, being pushed away.
And it was a 2-for-1 engagement. Vayne, what's going on is Vayne's getting baited by Lissandra to sit there and wait for that ult to come off, and then she has Zonya's on top of that. Lissandra's actually baiting Vayne to not doing damage for most of the team fight, and that's what's costing them these team fights. Is Vayne is not attacking people. She's waiting for Lissandra.
Focus on other people and wait for Lissandra for everyone else to be able to pick off.
Cho'Gath needs Diana and Diana and Riven need to coordinate a little better. Diana does have Zonya's, so she needs to initiate, suck them in with Eclipse, and then Zonya's, and let Riven come in and stun them. And then she'll have Q ult to take care of that backline. And that's not what's happening right now. Team fights are a little jumbled for Team Yeti Bot, and that's costing the gold lead. The gold leads are now just 4K. And to benefit Lionsgate, they're 4,000 gold behind, and they're keeping wards down. Sona just picked up an Oracle's, and they're fighting really, really well. So they're all fighting for this championship as hard as they can.
I was sensing a Baron fight potentially, but then they came and discovered that they were being pushed too far mid to do anything. They knew they couldn't contest it. Sona does have an Oracle. She's going to be able to take away all of Yeti Bot's sight.
And Vayne just recalling with Riven. I don't think Lionsgate knows that they left, else they could have ran for Vayne. And I believe she just purchased a Last Whisper as well. She's going to be doing a lot of damage. She just has to be able to survive and get to him.
And I think she's looking to build into Brutalizer as well.
That you'll be seeing a Black Cleaver pick up. She does have the Chain Vest, which should probably turn into a Guardian Angel.
Could be very, very taxing for team fights. As long as Yeti Bot can keep them off of her so it doesn't proc, or when it procs, it is later in a team fight where she can come back and it would be useful. Rumble is gonna lay down the ult. The Cho'Gath Launcher is not gonna land on anybody. Monsoon coming out from Janna as Janna is just on the verge of life. We have Diana picking up on Sona. We have Riven getting a double kill. And is Vayne gonna pick it up? No, she's not. Lissandra's gonna walk through the wall.
And Vayne's chasing him. They need to not chase.
She's chasing, she's fast. She's gonna pick... Is she gonna pick it up? Is she gonna pick it up? Oh my god, the ace going to Vayne with the pickup on Lissandra. As blue team does in fact pick up the tower here. And possibly pushing for inhibitor, possibly pushing for Nexus.
I mean, you got kill counters. You got 10 seconds on Rumble, 10 seconds on Sedge. I don't think they have the time to do it, but they've just put a big hurt, and the is 8,000 now in favor of Team Yeti Bot. So they got that gold lead back. And we talked about how
the bot tower.
I mean, we talked about how Vayne needed to stop waiting on Lissandra to come at her ult and her Zhonya's, and that's what she did that team fight. And you saw how devastating it was. It looked like it was not going well for Yeti Bot in the beginning of that team fight. But Vayne came in and started doing Vayne things, and MF can't keep up with damage at that point.
You have Yeti Bot pinging for top tower, possibly trying to put more pushing ability into the lanes to pick up the Nexus within the next two fights. And we do have pings from Lionsgate coming onto Baron. The pink ward going down on Baron from Yeti Bot. We did see Rumble putting aggro on top of Baron to hit Riven as they just gained sight of her. And we had the Janna shield come out to protect her. Now is when we start seeing the Baron fight happening.
Lionsgate has no vision on Baron, so they're going to be hovering nearby. If they don't see vision on Team Yeti Bot soon, they're gonna go investigate. And oh, Sedge was so close. That was very close for Sejuani
Sona
getting
is
caught
putting
out.
down a ward again, but they still have it pinked.
And Team Yeti Bot has bot lane pushing in their favor, and that's a giant creep wave. If Sona doesn't go deal with it, it could possibly push down that tower. Janna's making sure everything is pinked, making sure none of them have vision.
We do have the silence coming out on both Sona and Lissandra. We do see a fight happening. Sejuani at half health, MF ult coming down. We have Janna ult coming up as well. And the
Vayne
Rumble
got
is
caught
just
out there.
picking up everyone, picking up Janna. He is chasing the Rumble currently. Rumble being knocked up. Cho'Gath slowed and Cho'Gath is gonna get the escape.
Oh, and Diana's
And
still
Riven
alive.
just surviving.
I thought Riven died. I just left the screen because I thought she died. Like, I just left.
Nope, she escaped with a sliver of health and a shield.
So that was probably the worst team fight Team Yeti Bot has had all day. Rumble and Sona were able to catch Vayne out, and Vayne got hit with a lot of that CC and she just died. No amount of cleanse or flash saved her from that. And she just exploded. So Vayne's gotta be very careful and wait for the team fight to actually start before she engages. And if she does that, it's an easy win. I mean, Vayne's only died twice, but if she dies one more time, that could be the end of the game. That could be a throw. She gets caught out like that. Looks like Team Yeti Bot's gonna retaliate with Baron. Rumble going back. Rumble going back. I don't think they know that they're doing it.
And Lionsgate has no sight on Baron whatsoever.
And there's Vayne, there's the damage.
Do have Lionsgate coming down mid, but they have no idea that Baron has just gone down to Yeti Bot. And there's potentially a fight gonna happen right around here.
Our Cho'Gath is still pretty healthy outside of that Baron.